Hello YouTube, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable. Let us, where we left off yesterday, I had no idea what was going on. So today, let's just follow every direction he gives me. Hopefully I can do this right, and yeah, I'll get a good ending. I know.
Stanley came to a set of two
He
open
walked
doors.
on the door on the
on
left. And I will no longer go into the broom closet, as now I know there's nothing in there.
Yet there was not a single
Just
person
do not
there
do
either.
not visit all the time.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs.
I'm sorry
to
if
his
I'm going like
boss's
super
office.
fast, but I'm just trying to see that ending. 2468.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh my god! Really?
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Come on. Oh my god. What's over here? Is there anything over here? Okay, I cannot walk in forward. Okay, I was going super fast and he just got mad. Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay, now that I know what's going on, I'm gonna actually listen to him and not ignore him.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place
hurry up.
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's
Let's see if it's
co-workers.
still there.
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Just the screen. It's blank now. Oh, it says pirate. But there's no, wait, there's no Huh. That's so weird.
This mind control.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys.
It was too hot.
Quick, right, before I go on, this game is brought to you in part by Humble Bundle. I got it at a discounted price, and Humble Bundle is a great place to get cheap games for your Steam library and also support charity. So use the link in the description down below to check out Humble Bundle and save yourself $5 on your next purchase. Thank you, and let's go on with the game.
Horrible to believe it couldn't be true.
I've actually gotten a lot of games from Humble
all
Bundle.
this time.
Almost
Was this the only reason he was
every single
happy
one
with
I
his
played in
boring
my
job? That his emotions
channel?
had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Hey, wait, that one said dead. Wait, okay, go back. fired. That one said fired. That one says fired. There's no employee 99.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay, so let's see what this one is.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes! He had won! He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Wow,
it was perhaps the only thing worth
really,
knowing.
really pretty.
Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, YouTube, that has been the Stanley Parable. I'm sorry, I know there's so many more endings to complete, but this game, I like this game, but it's not really.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
I'll explain it after this ending. I'll be getting one more ending.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
I'm
this
open.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I mean, what if you're colorblind?
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley
No, I
walked
didn't.
through the red
I wanted
door.
to walk into the blue
I
door.
still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me
all of the
absolutely
above.
nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley Pitt, worldwide leaderboard. Was that always there?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Oh my God!
Honest answers, please.
Look at now.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Are we sure? Why
Let me
not?
boot it up.
Just as long as it's not the baby one. I don't. Oh, it is the baby one.
Baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the
why,
right,
baby?
and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I'm actually debating whether I should stay here 4 hours or just end it out. But also realize, man, I have to go record more videos. So, sorry, baby.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
So if he loads one of my games, then I'm freaking out. But I have some games in there that I do not want to play on this channel. Merely for... Oh, Minecraft!
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Yes, I
At
love
last, the
Minecraft.
one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough?
I'm actually thinking
Well, I'll
of doing
say
a Minecraft
this. I'm
series.
done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house. This will go here, no, here, and then... Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course, and just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy.
Bro, your house.
But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half
Bro,
the
your
experience.
house.
Please,
You-
step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Everybody knows that if you sleep in this kind of house, a creeper can just walk up here and...
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes, yes, yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light? Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh my god. I noticed that everything was made out of bedrock as well. So it's like, what the... Man, I love this game, but it's not really catching my eye. Oh, this game.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
I'm actually thinking
Oh, it's a
of this
puzzle.
game right now. I was thinking of this game
Critical
in
thinking,
completely.
Stanley. Your forte. Genius.
Thank you.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games. And I highly doubt you're...
Filing cabinets, okay. Okay, where do I go? Where am I? Oh god, I just fell. Okay, that's kinda awesome. Okay, that door's locked. Thank you, Santa Claus. What game is this? Is this his game still? This is kinda cool. Not gonna lie, this is kinda... Oh no, it's still his game. Okay. 423. Oh, look at all these doors. Okay, there's a yellow door over there. They only like... I see. Okay, he's not talking anymore. Did I do something wrong? Oh, what just happened?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay, that was pretty cool. Okay, as I said before, that ending. I'm sorry, I only got a couple endings, like 3 endings of this game. It just doesn't really catch my eye.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he...
No, there might be another episode in this game. There might not. Just kind of looking for a game to catch my eye, to challenge me. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.